Hi, my name is Soren Hammerschmidt. I am residential faculty in English at Gateway Community College, about to start my third year at Gateway. Um, and before I came to Gateway, I was an instructor in English at ASU for 6 years, and also adjunct faculty at Chandler Gilbert and Mesa Community Colleges for 4 years.
Hi, my name is Nicole Neal, and I'm engineering faculty at Chandler Gilbert Community College. I worked in industry for over 20 years, primarily in automotive and construction. I transitioned over to academia in 2017, and I am currently going into my third year as a probationary residential faculty.
Hello and welcome new faculty. My name is Andrea Macias Murieta and I serve as counseling faculty at Paradise Valley Community College. During this video, I'm going to share a little bit about my PAR process, and my hope is that you can take some of these experiences and perhaps apply them to your own journey.
Hi everyone, my name is Julie Bolin and I'm the Program Director for the Nuclear Medicine Technology Program at Gateway Community College. I started out in 2007 as a clinical instructor when I was working at Tucson Medical Center, and then I started teaching adjunctively in 2013, but in 2019 I was offered an opportunity to become a residential faculty for the program. So I started that journey in August of 2019, so I'm just about ready to start my third year. It's been an exciting and challenging adventure so far, but I'm really grateful for the opportunity, and I'm really happy that I decided to take the leap from clinical setting into academic setting.
I think the largest difference, and in part this may be the result of now having a tenure track position versus being a non-tenure track faculty before, but in Maricopa and at Gateway, I generally have the sense that my work and my contributions in service are genuinely valued.
I wish I would have known to be patient with myself through my first year as a faculty member. I remember wanting to learn everything about my department, about my discipline, and about the college. However, that wasn't realistic. And so I encourage you all to not only be patient with yourself, but be patient with the process. After all, the PAR program was developed to help new faculty strengthen their teaching strategies and skills, their leadership style, and overall as a faculty member.
I work in the Physical Sciences and Engineering Division at CGCC. And the new faculty experience program was valuable to me as it provided me, first of all, with a network of other first year faculty to engage with. We were all coming in, many of us worked as adjuncts or were new to Chandler Gilbert altogether. And so we were able to network, swap stories about our learnings about the culture at Chandler Gilbert, as well as collaborate with one another on potential other projects inside and outside of the classroom. And finally, I was able to learn from the new faculty in my cohort with some of their pedagogy and teaching methods that they use to engage students in the classroom. That was one of the most valuable, or I believe the most valuable opportunity and experience that I had as a first year.
I'll be entirely honest, when I was invited to yet another new faculty experience, I was skeptical. What I hadn't realized is how much this new faculty experience at your own college specifically actually helps you better understand your own college's culture. And it it gives you a good feel for what the college is like, who you're working with, and I came away with not only some great contacts and having met some wonderful people, but also with a better idea of where I might in the future bring myself in, where collaborations might be possible and welcomed and valued.
My very first semester as a residential faculty, I was feeling exceptionally overwhelmed. And during one of the meetings with my mentor, I had expressed that concern. And I related to him that during new faculty orientation, there was an individual who had made a comment that at the end of the day, is my family getting the best of me or the rest of me? And I wish that I could remember the person's name who said that, because it's something that has really stuck with me. And I was expressing to my mentor that I felt that I just wasn't able to manage my workload well, that I was exceptionally overwhelmed, and that if one more thing came onto my desk, I just was going to just disintegrate. And so in working with him, he really helped me learn strategies on managing my workload a little bit better. And he provided me with great guidance with regards to uh, choosing opportunities that the college has that really means something valuable to me.
I've had the opportunity to work very closely with our faculty developer. She's allowed me to shadow her during one of her classes, which allowed me to learn new teaching skills and strategies, which made me realize that I'm not alone in some of the things that I feel or experience.
So let me go back to the spring of 2020 when the world was turned upside down due to COVID-19. And just like our personal and professional lives were turned upside down, our students' lives were greatly impacted that spring going into the summer of 2020, as COVID-19 caused many cancellations of internships and REUs that students were looking forward to transitioning into to gain work experience in the summer. As a result of that, many of my Society of Women Engineers officers and members were really concerned about this gap on that would be on their resume. So we, in conversation, they one of the students relayed a story or an experience to me that she had with another male student in one of her physics classrooms. And long story short, the male student, knowingly or unknowingly, made a statement that was really a microaggression towards the female STEM major. So, in conversation, I basically asked the students, the officers, whether they would be interested in doing some research over the summer on microaggressions in STEM. And the overwhelmingly they responded yes. And the purpose of the research would be to deliver, as far as I know, the first student-led faculty training at Chandler Gilbert in the fall on dismantling microaggressions in STEM. Being passionate about diversifying STEM and in particular, because I'm an engineer, diversifying engineering. I was really excited about this and the students.
I teach a research presentation course, and it's probably one of my favorite courses that I teach. The circumstances around COVID prevented us from utilizing the opportunities that we had already created for our students to showcase their research projects. And so for me, I was really challenged with creating a new opportunity for the students. What I did was reach out to the Society of Nuclear Medicine and Molecular Imaging and petitioned them to allow Gateway Community College to host a continuing education event So I was allowed to host the event, and our students were allowed to be the presenters. I worked individually with each student, ensuring that they understood how to take their research project and actually create a continuing education lecture that upholded the standards set forth by the Society of Nuclear Medicine and Molecular Imaging. And then we invited all of our clinical affiliate nuclear medicine technologists to the event for free. So this was a really fantastic opportunity for myself to be challenged with creating a new professional growth opportunity for my students. We were able to provide a continuing education event in service to our nuclear medicine technology community and our clinical affiliates. And lastly, and probably most importantly, is that our students were really able to showcase their knowledge and their hard work in a way that they had never been able to before.
The CTLA at CGCC has a plethora of knowledge within its staff. I have worked with, I believe, every individual there. They have provided me resources and help in developing my Canvas course through their instructional design. So, because I did not come out of academia, I was not trained as an educator. They afforded me the opportunity and also kind of helped me take off some of the angst and intimidation that I may have felt in transitioning into academia from industry by helping me develop my Canvas course for both in person and online, formatted so that it was easy and intuitive for the students to walk through and maneuver. Also, they helped me apply lesson objectives to all of the modules so that students can have a clear understanding on what they would be learning.
I had an opportunity to revise one of my assignments utilizing the Transparency in Learning and Teaching framework. And the TILT framework basically provides for a specific purpose for the assignment, a very detailed task list, as well as a very detailed criteria or grading rubric. And the purpose of tilting assignments is to enhance student success equity. I had been trying to create critical thinking assignments for use in my procedures courses, and I took one of my previous assignments and I did revise it utilizing the TILT framework. And what I found is that students were much, much more successful whenever I utilized the tilted assignment. And I also received feedback specifically from the students stating that that specific assignment really helped them develop their critical thinking skills and truly understand skeletal scintigraphy as opposed to just kind of having an overall general memorization of facts. They instead knew how to apply specific principles to individual patients or to individual pathologies, which was a very big win for me.
There is so much that I have learned and keep learning from our students. I think one of the most important things, though, that I keep learning every time that I start a new course, that I walk into the classroom at the start of every lesson or every class meeting, is how um, driven our students are, how much they often had to overcome, how much they had to work through, how much strength it requires to, in many cases, step back into the classroom or step into the classroom for the first time, especially for students who often have been told that this is not the path for them, this is not where they belong, and that they don't really have much to contribute, especially in an intellectual sense. And if there's one thing that is absolutely not true, that our students are so capable.
I would have to say that the most valuable lesson that I've learned from students is that they appreciate when we go the extra mile for them. They notice when we stay after class to help them on an assignment. They appreciate when we reach out to them and connect with them. I would encourage you all to take that extra step with students not only in your first year, but beyond.